We're here with Brent Allen, the Grand Poobah of Weyburn Minor Football himself, the president of the board. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Great. So we've been talking about Riderville and why we think Weyburn is Riderville.
Weyburn is Riderville.
You bet. Why do you think Weyburn's Riderville?
I think Weyburn's Riderville because this community has just shown over this entire exercise how they're into football and how they're into the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And I like to think of it coming home from a Rider home game at night. It's just like Albert Street at 5 o'clock, right? Nothing but headlights and taillights all the way back. That's one reason. You drive up down Main Street right now and everybody's painted green, and this community is really exceptional. And when they get behind something, it's just so easy to get caught up in the energy.
Yeah, they've really come together. It's been interesting to watch.
It's been amazing. I totally agree.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Weyburn Minor Football program?
Absolutely. Weyburn Minor Football has only formed under the 3-team umbrella for about 18 months now. Okay. But the minor football program has been active in the community since the mid 80s. At that time, the Pee Wee program got underway, and I think I might have the dates wrong, but it was around 87 or 88. And that was the first time minor football was brought back into the community. A couple years later, the Bantam team got organized. Then they played for 3 or 4 years, and they took a bit of a hiatus. So once again, the Pee Wees were left as the only minor football program. That it continued on to about 2003, 2004 when the Bantam program came on, and then 2 years later the Adam program came back, and the Adam program was first introduced in 2008, I'm sorry. So this is the third year for the Adam program. So we've tripled our number of kids in minor football, doubled the number of kids in minor football, since 2007. So the program is growing in leaps and bounds. We have the 3 divisions: Adam, which is for 9, 10, 11-year-olds, Pee Wee, which is for 13 under, and Bantam for 15 and under. And of course, after they're done Bantam, they go on to play high school ball.
Right.
So how many kids are we talking about involved in minor football in Weyburn? And are we serving
right
them
now,
all?
I think we've got around 110 that'll be playing. Now we have some on the waiting list for Adams, and taping this interview on what are we here, the 10th of August. Usually we have some kids that want to join in August, but unfortunately some of those divisions are full. Adam is. Pee Wee is, I think, just on the bubble, and I think we only have room for a couple more Bantams. So this this is the first year we've actually had to turn kids away, and that breaks my heart because if kids want to play football, we should be able to find some place for them. But there's also some realities about the number of kids you can handle on a team, and you want it to be fair and fun for everybody. So you have to draw the line somewhere. You can't just keep adding all summer. You'll have to maybe 40 or 50 kids, and that's just too many for one team. So down the road, we need a second Adam team next year. That's one of our goals, and we got to have the equipment, and we got to get some green space because we're also running out of green space. So there's a lot of good things, but there's a lot of challenges with growth.
Right. So one of the aspects of this contest is a $25,000 cash prize, and we've been talking about that here, and some of that money would go to help minor football. Yeah. So what exactly would you think that money would go towards?
I think we could basically say, if it was up to me, of course, it'd be a board decision, but I think we could probably spend some of that on capital, and perhaps some of that on our future expansion of our green space and our fields. Now we're working. It has been quietly with the city and with the high school to get some consensus of what's the vision going forward for those big projects like fields and future use. And there's kind of an operation of building some consensus. We've acquired some old. I shouldn't say old lighting, but some lighting from one of the fields in Regina. Lival Field is just going underway a huge facelift. they've taken down the old lights, and we've managed to acquire those, and they are in the community waiting to be put up somewhere. We've just got to figure out where.
Wow.
So it's really, really exciting, and it's going to be a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and we need to do that work because we're obligated to provide a place for those kids to play football.
So you think it's fair to say that should Weyburn win this contest and you had some more financial support, that would allow you to have more children and less waiting lists?
Absolutely. It's going to look after the green space issue. It's going to give us more resources to buy some equipment. Football equipment is very expensive. You're looking at $250 for a helmet, a couple $100 for good, $175 for a pair of good shoulder pads, so you need the equipment. There's training aids. There's increasing demands from Football Saskatchewan and Football Canada to make sure that all our coaches are trained and certified. So
right.
There's all kinds of costs associated to it. So we would certainly could use that money to expand the program, and I think a good chunk of it would go towards this capital project that we got our eye on. Trying to keep the registration costs down is one of the things we're working at. Another thing this year, we're trying to do a little bit more fundraising, and one of the reasons we're trying to do more fundraising is that we're going to have to pay some of the Regina teams to come out and play football in Weyburn this year. This is the first time we've had to do that. Yorkton and Estevan have had to do it for a couple of years. Weyburn was kind of, sheltered from that because we were in the league's grandfathered in, but now we're going to have to pay some of their transportation costs. So we're looking at probably $4,000 to get Regina teams to come out and play Weyburn home games this year. So there's some challenges there, and we're going to try to keep that registration at a manageable level so it's not cost prohibitive as well. So, so there's all kinds of challenges, and we just got to find the right fit, and certainly a capital injection of $20,000 per se would certainly take a lot of that pressure away and solve a lot of problems.
Well, let's hope we can make that happen.
Well, we're sure hoping that it can. Weyburn Minor Football, we play our games at the high school field, Darlcott Field. We're very, we got a good relationship with the high school over there. I often like to refer to it Saturdays in September. It's a great place to be on a Saturday. Yeah. And I think every Saturday from I think next Saturday, which I believe is the 21st, right until about mid-October, there's at least one game going on at Darlcott's Field. It's a great place to go and watch some football with the family. It's not cost prohibitive because for the minor football games, there's no admission. There's a canteen there. And it's a great way to get the young kids fired up about football. Come out and watch it and see what it's all about. So maybe next year they can they can strap on the pads and go at it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Brent, and telling us about the Weyburn Minor Football
Good luck,
program.
man. We got to get people out and vote.
That's right.